How much you paying for gas? I think I filled up the other day. It cost about $70. And saw it listed one place for like $3.80, and then across the street it was $3.99. Now that place is at $4.12, $4.20. What are we looking at for gas prices? Why are they going up? It is Springfield's Morning News. I'm Greg Bishop on 92.7 WMAY. Springfield's News and Talk. If you look at AAA's gas price indicator, you can, of course, see Illinois is at about $4.40. But you've got a variety of other states all around us that are much lower. Missouri, $3.46. Again, compared to Illinois' $4.40. While Iowa's about $3.71. Wisconsin's over $4. Michigan, it's $4.36. Indiana's $4.21. Kentucky at about $3.48. But again, Illinois $4.40. And really, when you look at that, what's driving that, if you click through the state of Illinois, you'll likely see that it's really because of Cook County. I mean, they're paying $4.73 a gallon. All of this up, by the way. If you look at the charts from some of the historical numbers and the data that's offered, you've got regular at $4.40. Yesterday, it was $4.38. A week ago, it was $4.15. A year ago, it was $3.49. And I remember a year ago thinking, my gosh, $3.49? We're paying a whole bunch for gas, but what's behind some of this? Of course, here with Springfield's Morning News, want to get your reaction to it all at 217-629-7970. That's how you can chime in here live and local. Again, 217-629-7970. How much you paying for gas? And are you feeling any of that relief from the gas tax being frozen in Illinois? Because if you remember, we were supposed to have around 2.2 cent gas tax increase starting July 1st, but the legislature decided to delay that so that we could have some tax relief, and that's going to kick back in January 1st. But have you felt any relief? Has it really been a big relief? Well, we shall see if that shows up in the November 8th general election. So I want to hear from you, though, at 217-629-7970. That's the phone number. Do you feel any of that relief? But let's talk about AAA with their gas price index here. That is a good place to go to kind of get a general idea of what's going on with the gas prices. And Molly Hart, she's an analyst, a travel analyst with AAA, and she says that those prices expected to go up even more in the future, but how much more, it's really not too clear.
But right now, with OPEC's decision, it's just too early to know the long-term effects on gas prices, but short-term, we could see an uptick.
So what are those decisions from OPEC? Well, OPEC decided recently to, in a way, pull back oil production. And that means there's going to be less oil for the United States. And we'll get to the calls here in a moment, so please bear with me. But I do want to share just a statement that Senator Dick Durbin made earlier this week when he was in Springfield. And he talked about what should happen with countries like Saudi Arabia, for instance. Here's Senator Dick Durbin talking about that Wednesday here in Springfield.
Do we sanction the Saudis? Do we tell them we're not selling them Boeing airplane parts anymore unless they keep pumping more oil?
Listen, I have no sympathy for the Saudi government for a number of reasons going back to 9/11. And I just want to tell you they're taking advantage of the situation like they always do. They're in a situation where they can raise the price of gasoline, and there's little or nothing we can do about it. It's an outrage that's going on, and I would put pressure on them in every direction.
Should we stop exporting U.S. oil?
Well,
we didn't used to, then we did. Now should we stop?
That debate goes back and forth as to whether or not what we're exporting is something we can use and what impact it would have on our economy.
How confident are you?
So again, that's Senator Dick Durbin talking a bit about OPEC and what he wants to see happen with OPEC. 217-629-7970 is the phone number. Good morning. You're on WMAY.
Good morning. I don't think that the gas taxes relief, anything like that has helped whatsoever. Everything has just gone up. Groceries, ridiculous. You go in with $100 for groceries and you come out with 3 or 4 things.
Right. Yeah, you're not joking.
It's ridiculous. Gas, you put in $30, you get a quarter tank, depending on what vehicle you got. I mean, it's not worth it. It's ridiculous.
It's pretty incredible. And again, the governor, even last night at the debate, was talking about tax relief that he offered up Illinoisans. And it's, that 2 cents a gallon, you're not paying extra. How's it feel? How's it feel to get those savings?
That is no savings. Just like our measly $50 that we got back for our stimulus or whatever he gave us for relief. Come on, give me a break. He gave us the lowest out of everybody. I mean, he's a cheapskate, as he's a billionaire. Why would he give us some of his money?
And what's interesting is he essentially just gave you back your money, right? I mean, that's what a rebate from the government is. It's them using your tax dollars to give you back your money. Exactly. So, hey, I appreciate the call. I got to take a break. We're going to talk with State Representative Dan Caulkins about what he wants to see happen with gas prices in the state of Illinois, and in particular, gas taxes in the state of Illinois, which are among the highest in the country, which is obvious when you look at just where Illinois is in comparison to the rest of the cities and states around Illinois. So stay tuned. We'll get more on this issue of gas prices next with Springfield's Morning News. I'm Greg Bishop on 92.7 WMAY, Springfield's News and Show. We've been hearing about why gas prices are increasing, blame being put on OPEC for not producing more, blame being put on the Russian invasion of Ukraine, blame being put on a oil refinery fire that happened in Ohio, blame being put on this and that and the other, blame even being put on President Joe Biden for what some say is his war on fossil fuels. So there's a lot of blame to go around. But one thing's clear, especially when you look at the AAA chart of where the United States is on fuel prices. Illinois' fuel prices are darn near $1 more than what it is in Missouri. Why is that? Yeah, prices are going up in Missouri just as they're going up across the country, but why is it more expensive in the state of Illinois? I think we all kind of know the answer to that. It is the gas taxes. And somebody who wants to do something about that, State Representative Dan Caulkins, he joins us now here with Springfield's Morning News. I'm Greg Bishop on 92.7 WMAY. Springfield's News and Talk. And Representative, what do you want to see happen with Illinois' gas taxes?
Good morning, Greg. Thank you. I think the simple answer for immediate relief for working families in Illinois is that we put a holiday on our gas taxes. This is a quick fix for us in Illinois, and maybe we hope that it gives the administration, our folks in Washington, D.C., a little bit of time to try to sort through this. Also, maybe give a little bit of time for the world situation to calm down and get through the winter. You said it, gas prices in Illinois are almost $1 a gallon more than Missouri. I'm traveling this week. I bought gas for $3.25 a gallon in West Virginia yesterday. There's no reason. Well, there is a reason that our prices are so high in Illinois, and we have a very stiff gas tax, road tax, and the 5% sales tax, and I think that we can offset that temporarily. I don't think we can afford to abandon it. But our road fund is in great shape. The federal government is looking, is going to be pumping billions of dollars into infrastructure projects around the country, and I think we owe it to the working families. We're getting killed everywhere else. So the grocery store, you name it. And the prices are going up. And I think this is one way to address that issue.
So we're talking, of course, about Illinois' gas taxes. And as you said, it's not just the motor fuel tax that Illinois has on top of the federal motor fuel tax. And again, lawmakers doubled that back in 2019 from 19 cents to 38 cents a gallon, and then tacked on annual increases every year thereafter, except for this past year, July 1st. They actually delayed that to January 1st. Have you heard from your constituents applause for the tax savings they got from that 2.2 cents that's not added onto the gallon of gas?
Well, we're going to get hit with that January 1st, and then July we'll get hit with another one. We need to put a pause on this thing. I think 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. I'm open to any suggestions. I put this out. I hope that it starts a conversation. We need to address this. And it's just not the working people that are trying to get to work or get their kids to school or go to the grocery store. This affects everyone. This affects deliveries. We're going to see, these high gas prices tacked on to the cost of goods, and retailers are going to have to tack it on to the cost of what they're selling. So this is, there's a huge effect of this.
Kind of a domino effect of sorts. We're talking with State Representative Dan Caulkins. So, again, the federal gas tax is there. You've got the state gas tax, but also the sales taxes on top of the sale of that. What do you ultimately want to see happen, and how does that happen? Are you calling for leaders to bring lawmakers back into a special session before the election?
Yes. Well, for two reasons, but the gas tax is one of them. Because it takes about 30 days from the enactment. If we're going to do a holiday, it's going to take about 30 days for that to get put into effect. So I'm calling for the governor or the leaders of the General Assembly to get us back to Springfield for a day or two. I know it's campaign season, but this is what we were elected to do, to solve problems and look out for our constituents. I don't think it's going to affect anyone's electability. In fact, I believe that if we came back to Springfield and we acted on this, it would actually help the incumbents. If you're in a tight race, I think you'd want to come back to Springfield and do something positive for the people in your district.
Do you want to see personally all of the gas suspended that the state has control over? All of the gas tax?
Yes. I would. That's my suggestion. I mean, that's what I'm offering out there. But again, this is a collaborative effort. That's why we need to get to Springfield. Let's get a committee. Let's sit down. Let's work it out. Let's talk to the people that this is going to affect financially in the state. But I believe, based on what I know, that if we suspended all of the gas taxes for 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, it's not going to have a substantial impact on our budgets.
State Representative Dan Caulkins, we got about a minute, 20 seconds left. You're also saying that they need to come back to session to deal with the Safety Act. What are the major problems, and what do you want to see done?
Well, we have several problems with the Safety Act, and now the Democrats are finally coming around to admitting it. Senator Bennett has put forward a proposal. I think the people of Illinois, before they go to vote, we've already started, they need to know where their representatives stand on the Safety Act and what they're willing to do. I don't think it's fair to wait until after the election to find out that there's no will to change some of these provisions of the Safety Act. When we don't put someone in jail and we put them on home confinement with a monitor, an ankle monitor. They cut that ankle monitor off and disappear, or they leave their house. They can't be charged for any crime for 48 hours. Essentially, we're giving them a 48-hour break to go do whatever they want to do in the community. That's one of the provisions that doesn't get talked about very much. We're focused on the no-tax sales.
That's all the time we've got. Greatly appreciate it. We'll be, of course, talking with you more in the very near future. Be safe out there, all right?
Thank you very much, Greg, and have a great day.
From the Fly SPI Studios, take the easy way up.